Many people interpret The Art of War by Sun Tzu as a book that can be used not just for war, but business, social, and maybe even relationships. But why do they not say it can be used on all of your actions? And it should be. Most of our actions only entail a few areas: work, family, friends, neighbors, and strangers. Only one of these areas involves a skill set or talent, and that is work. All of the other areas are people relations. Most people would benefit greatly from understanding of strategy if they would first memorize the rules, learn how to convert them to their skill and to people, practice their understanding up to mastery on a basic level, then slowly implement and practice using it in the world and get better. These two areas of your life, work, including your day job, side business, future projections for financial gain, and people. So why not improve your strategy? The strategy is in every action or non-action that you take. A philosopher uses right and wrong, good and bad, and so does Sun Tzu. He was a warrior philosopher. First he was a warrior, but he learned after mastery of fighting that fighting was bad. But the skill was good to know. 2,500 years later, this is still true, but not with physical fighting. The fighting has never stopped. The world is still a mass cannibalism of human and natural resources now as it was then. But the process is different, more civilized on the surface, not as obvious as killing a man with a spear or a gun and taking his wife and house or hut. So Sun Tzu graduated to the highest level from the lowest level. We do not have to go to the lowest level, but we still have to understand the lowest level to get to the highest level. The Art of War was written on the lowest level, physical fighting. But if you think metaphorically, you can adjust or convert it to any dimension of people interaction. For example, those willing to die can be killed in a business deal would mean we're out of the deal if they can't comply with these conditions. In a casual relationship, it could mean I'm changing the subject now, I'm serious. In a political debate, I will crush him with facts, data, and history until he quits or drops out. Tactics are different for every interaction. How you use them is your strategy. You must be able to think like your opponent, friendly if friendly, foe if foe, in order to understand or anticipate their next move and guide it even. You must not only assess their level of talent, but how they will use it morally. What is their level of goodness? In the end, this is what will matter most, so you begin with the end in mind. Philosophy is based on being upright, like Taoist principles of ancient times. Life is based on paradox, and so is The Art of War by Sun Tzu. You should never want to fight, never be aggressive, never encourage conflict or contention. Always try to guide it back to harmony and complete balance, make up for your faults and so on. But also, you must be ready to deal with outright and unjust attacks on you, indirect surprise attacks, treason and treachery from its subtle to most obvious levels. Because evil exists by way of deception, we must be able to deceive the deceiver to win. Fighting evil by telling the truth of what you will do is paramount to playing cards with them exposed. So, accomplish mastery of necessary deception and strategy only to deal with what is wrong, evil, not upright, etc. Do this by mastery of the lowest levels, which are basic human desires: money, fame, pleasure, self-interest, power, which often appear in the loftiest forms: elegance, socialite, power broker, wealthy, and so on. The problem with interpreting the truth in what is upright is that it must come from the collective viewpoint. The fewer the people that determine what is just and upright, the lower chance it will be just and upright. So understanding that strategy tells you when you should or should not fight, as well as how many of you which people for the task, and to what degree these tactics will be performed, and so on.